Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. I've said for some time now that the Scottish education system is failing, and it's failing because of the SNP. Not just the lack of cash, not just because teachers are being taxed out of existence by higher income tax, thus driving many south of the border and not attracting new teachers. One of the main problems is the discipline in the classrooms and the behaviours of kids and other teachers towards teachers. There's no control. There's no boundaries. This has resulted in very high levels of abuse, physical and sexual, against teachers, and with head teachers unable to eradicate the problem by getting rid of the pupils who are doing it. They've got to give them good stern talking to, but not actually remove them from the situation. I've also suggested that there is a remedy, which is where the teachers concerned simply stay at home and say it's a matter of health and safety. That way, A, it must be by law addressed, and secondly, the teachers don't lose out if they are, doing a reaction on the health and safety grounds. There's no way that those teachers can be fired. And I think if every teacher did that, it would certainly change things very, very quickly. However, Scottish head teachers are now taking matters into their own hands. They've said and told Jenny Gilruth, the Education Minister, that they're no longer going to put up with these arcane, stupid rules that have been brought in by the SNP government. Basically, if a child commits sometimes awful crimes, if you will, sexual abuse or whatever, they're taken to the headmaster's office where they will receive what's known as contemplative justice. In other words, they'll have a little discussion. They'll talk about what they did, why they did it. They'll be made to see that what they're doing is wrong. Blah, blah, bollocks. Teachers say they've been undermined, head teachers, because they're not allowed to throw children out of schools because of SNP guidance. Well, they're saying enough's enough, and they're going to start suspending these kids, or at least, they're going to suspend them to start with, or throw them out. They're just going to not accept them into the schools at all. Jenny Gilruth is up in arms about this. She doesn't like it. She says there should not be any kind of restorative justice. It's wrong. It damages the child. Typical lefty kind of thinking that leads to this problem in the first place through discipline, or that lack thereof, should we say. But the teachers are resolute. They are not prepared to work in an environment where they can be harmed and where that harm cannot be erased or eradicated. It's continuing. Imagine you're a young female teacher, you've been sexually abused by a 16-year-old pupil, you complain, he gets a stern talking to and the wagging of an admonishing finger. And yet the following Monday morning, when you walk back in, he's sitting front centre in the classroom, smirking. Nobody should have to put up with that. And yet Jenny Gilruth says, no, it's fine. I think she's about to find out how fine it is when teachers in Scotland generally, but the head teachers in particular, look to the SNP and say FRO or GTF, depending on your accent. And I think GTF is going to be heard a lot. Jenny, of course, won't be able to handle it. She's a little millennial herself, really, at heart, isn't she? Oh, yeah, I taught modern studies. Not a real subject. And I was so shit at it, I had to leave. And I became a politician. And I'm pretty shit at that. Failing politician in a failing system. Sums up Jenny Gilruth entirely, doesn't it? Hey ho, things will only improve once people start taking action, and it looks like people are starting to take action. Thanks very much. Bye.